Yo, 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 what's going on? It's DJ Brainstorm on the mic with you right now, and I'm coming to y'all with Big Dev, man. What's going on, Big Dev?
We ain't live and direct. We
Oh,
pre-recorded.
well, yeah, we pre-recorded now. Yeah, that's the thing right
Mhm.
now. Hopefully the plan is to have us out in a couple of days. So yeah, pre-recorded this time. But that's that was your thing anyway. You wanted to start pre-recording anyway,
Yeah.
because you were saying we can do so much more with it. I just
We
noticed you growing
posted
your
that.
hair out again.
I'm about a month and a half away from retwisting it, man. My daughter wanted me to retwist it so bad, man.
Everybody doing. My younger brother doing his again right now.
For real.
Yeah, he came
Yeah, I
over
mean at
last week
this
to watch
point
the fight.
I'm about to literally hit mid-40s, and if I can still grow my hair out, and I'm like even looking at it on the thing, like I got some gray, but I'm not like grayed out.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I got a
Like my
little gray on
beard.
top too, a little
Yeah.
bit. I got more on my beard, but yeah, I
Yeah.
got a little gray on top. I was just telling Zach to take Amir to get his haircut yesterday. They had their homecoming yesterday,
Mhm.
and so I took him to the barbershop. And I was telling the barber, I'm like, I went 2 weeks ago. I'm like, this is 2 weeks worth of growth on my head, and
Mhm.
it just don't grow that fast no more. I'm like, I'm not getting my hair cut today. What's the point right now?
Man,
But
the thing,
it
it
also
didn't take me.
shows it also shows that especially when you get to this age, you are one bad hairline away from that shit never coming back. Because if
Yeah.
it takes me 2 weeks to get this much hair right now, it ain't coming back.
The only good thing for me is I spent the majority of my teenage years with a baldy, so I'm not scared.
Okay.
Well, if it's that time, I'm cutting it off. I'm just cutting and going
Yeah, I
baldy.
mean, I already know I'm gonna do it too. I mean, I don't want to do it, and I'm saying
Yeah,
it like I'm just gonna be comfortable doing it. Yeah, I might not be that comfortable, but it's what I'm gonna do. I already
yeah,
know that. I
yeah,
already know that.
yeah.
What's
But
good your way? Because ain't nobody heard from you, man. What's going on your way?
man, I just been chilling, man. Yeah, working and getting used to you know, the transition,
Mm-hmm.
the single life is different, man. It's a different animal, dog. It's a different animal, man.
I
So
bet it
I just
is.
don't want to get too used to it to the point that I don't want to involve nobody in my life. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
that's the
Mm-hmm.
scary part. The scary part is getting used to your routine and
Yeah.
not wanting to incorporate nobody else in your routine. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
That
the difficult part.
yeah, I think that's kind of what hit me because it was like I was 40 plus, and I remember
Mhm.
my aunt telling me a long time ago, like it's gonna be hard for you to get start dating somebody because I had 20 plus years of living on my own. I mean, so to go from that to now, my fiance lives with me and stuff like that. That's just
Mhm.
it's tough to change that. So I know what you mean. It's like if you get comfortable with your space and your time and all those things,
Yeah.
it's gonna be tough to be like, oh, I gotta accommodate you and what you want to do and all these things. That's yeah,
And you done already
yeah,
put 16 years in with somebody. So that desire, that like yearning desire, don't want to do that, don't really
hmm,
exist. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
You done already did it. So
yeah, yeah,
it just got to make perfect sense going forward.
yeah.
So I've been chilling, man, just chilling and living and taking in information and you
I
know
see the kids
biding
doing
my
good.
time. Yeah, man, my moved the oldest into Duke. She a freshman at Duke University. Um, I'm not gonna lie, that was probably outside of them being born,
Hmm.
probably the greatest day I've ever experienced, man. Like she got a full ride to Duke.
That's
She's
amazing.
do marine biology and environmental science, something like that.
Hmm.
It's not environmental science. Anyway, can't remember the second part of it, but she she got a full ride, and Duke is not
Yes.
expensive. I mean, not cheap, man.
Oh
And
no,
so
no.
you go there, and went to move her in, and they had a family meal or whatever, um, and you know. Sometimes you go places and you be like, "Oh, okay." Like this Tri-C, they got some hot dogs, they got a couple burgers.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And I'm thinking, they about to feed all the freshmen and all of their families. There's no way this is going to be elaborate.
Yeah.
Man, the entire quad is like they turned it into like this huge dining hall area. They got southern chicken, macaroni and cheese, green beans, yams, cornbread,
For the price of
fresh
Duke, they
fruit
should have had that out
everywhere.
there.
Hmm?
I said for the price of Duke, they should have had all that
Man,
out there.
listen, I'm like all jokes aside, it probably was about $4 to $5 million worth of food out there, and I'm not
That's
joking.
crazy. That's
Easily,
crazy.
easily. easily a couple $1 million worth of food. So,
That's crazy.
and it was in abundance. Like, you go get a plate. If you wanted more, go get more.
Mm-hmm.
And so it
They
was just,
they ain't judging you like, oh, you was just up here,
yeah,
or you ain't even finished what was on that plate.
dog. And when you think about it, every kid that's there is in essence worth about $500,000. So
Mm.
when you start adding up the tuition, they like, what's $4 or $5 million for some food? You know what I'm saying? That's 10
Yeah,
kids. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
that really ain't, when you think of the grand scheme of things, it's really not that much. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it started to make sense. But it was one of the only times in life where it's almost like going to Times Square or
Mm-hmm.
seeing the Grand Canyon. When you go to a place that the experience is what you thought it would be. Like it's
Okay.
worth the juice is worth the squeeze. Like you get off that train in Times Square and you walk up and you in the middle of Times Square and it's midnight, but it's bright like it's daytime. Like it is everything you imagined it would be. You know what I'm saying? You don't get cheated. You go to Times Square in New York
Or,
City.
or like flying into Vegas at night and
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
whole strip is lit up and stuff
It's lit
like
up.
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
see nothing
yeah.
but darkness. You see that strip over there. Like you at Duke, and when you're in Duke, you're like, oh, I'm at Duke. Like it's like I'm at Harvard, I'm at Yale, I'm at Duke, and they don't play. They treat you like you there. So it was a very cool experience, man. Like she pulled up, and the upperclassmen do them a solid. They all get together and come and move all the kids clothes and stuff up to their dorm room. So you just pull
Oh,
up.
that's what's up. That's
Yeah,
what's
and the
up.
older kids come and empty the car out and take the stuff up to the room. So it was cool. It was just a cool experience, man. It was I'm glad my 7th grader got to see it. I'm glad
Mm-hmm.
Mackenzie got to see it. She
Yeah, it gave her something to aspire to
yeah,
also. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
I'm guessing your experience at Gannon wasn't like that.
not even close. Not even, but Duke University is, and then, bro, and we've been watching it forever. So we go through the whole thing, and when I go through the family day, and go around different places on campus, and at the end of the first day, it's called like the pass. I can't remember what it's called, pass off or send off, something like that. You go in the camera indoor, and they go and sit on the lower level where the crazy sit, where they be
Yeah,
jumping up and
yeah, yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah.
So all the freshmen sit in that area, and then all the families sit in the upper deck, and it's like 2 separate entrances. And so, the head coaches of all the teams talk and the president and stuff like that, and they welcome them to Duke, and then the kids exit out of a door, and then the families exit out of another door. But I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I am in Cameron Indoor Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron looks like what you think it would look like. It looked like you in the middle of a library, but you in like the most sophisticated basketball gym you've ever seen in your life. It was
Yeah,
just surreal,
yeah,
man.
yeah. For the
And this is just
non-sports
her
people,
gym
yeah, for the
at her
non-sports
school.
people, Duke is one of the top programs out there. And so when you talk about going to
One
Cameron
of
Indoor Stadium,
It's
well,
probably it's a bucket list. It's a bucket list place to go watch a game.
yeah, 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 for college basketball, yeah, yeah. And
Imagine
when
we
it
get
comes to
I'm telling you, I have a chance.
programs that are they're actually one of the standards. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. She was like, I want to go to the North Carolina game. She's like, but Dad, if you want to bring somebody and come to like one of the other games, you can. So I'm gonna let you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna let you know if you want to go see like Wake Forest or
Yeah, it's got to be
Georgia
something
Tech or
smaller.
something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because North
Just
Carolina,
let
they're
me
gonna be
know.
out there in tents for 3 days to line up and
Yeah,
get into that
yeah.
arena, into that.
So
Yeah,
just
yeah,
let me
yeah,
know, bro. We can go down and go to a Duke game, man, at Cameron Indoor. She
yeah,
said, she's like, I'll get tickets.
yeah. On the weekend, yeah,
You get two
that'll
free
work
tickets
easy.
every game.
Okay, okay. We'll
Yeah,
definitely do
yeah.
that. That's what's
So,
up, though.
but yeah,
I'm glad she got down there good and
yeah.
got settled and everything. Shit, the full ride, man. I can only imagine the full ride. Just the weight off of y'all backs, knowing that she got a full ride and was able to almost. I remember you talking about it when we were doing the pod. She's able to
Hmm.
almost pick where she wanted to go in a sense
Yeah.
because of the work she's put in.
Yep.
I remember when she did the science fair thing. Wasn't that when she got the
Hmm.
scholarship thing coming off the
Yeah.
science fair and her
Yep.
invention then. Yep.
Yep.
So,
Yep. So
dude, that's kudos, man.
it's cool, man. And it's a full joint. So she gets two meal swipes a day, everything. So it's perfect, man. Like she
And
sending money to get regular food, but she get breakfast and dinner and dinner ain't
yeah,
just in the cafeteria with like they
they
got
got. I
bro,
was just about to say they probably
they
got
got
restaurants and little stuff
bro, they
like that
got
on there
steak
too.
houses, Charlie steak. They got Charlie's,
Oh,
you know,
the steak sandwich place. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, Chipotle, Chick-fil-A,
Ah,
this steakhouse you can go get steak from, all kinds of food. It don't even make sense. It don't even literally she could go and get whatever she want and then just put it in her fridge.
yeah.
Like she don't have like you know what
Damn.
I'm saying? Like they already kids already don't eat, especially girls. They don't eat.
Yeah. Don't nobody eat. What's the dorm room looking like? Is it like I remember
Bro,
my small ass dorm room at Alabama State. You know,
it's it's
it was
it's
tiny
it's
and we
annoying
had a mini
how
fridge.
it's annoying how much of a flex Duke is, bro. It's annoying. It's annoying. It's we let me put it this way: when you go to
It's
Duke,
disgusting.
you be like, damn,
Downright
Duke.
disgusting.
You be like, I'm at Duke. I'm at Duke. It's what you think it would be. It's you ever been in a brand new house and it smell like fresh wood, like they just cut the wood,
Yeah.
like they just cut the wood.
Like it came straight from the sawmill.
I'm like, ain't nobody ever
Yeah.
lived in this
Yeah.
room before. Like, why do it smell so new, bro? What's
Yeah.
going on, man?
It ain't even bleach and pine small a pine saw you smell. You smell on the actual wood they just brought in. You know, yeah, okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just I don't know. It was pristine, dog. It was everything I thought it would be and more. It was an amazing day.
That's what's up.
It
That's
really
what's up.
was. You hit those
That's what's up.
milestones, you're like, wow, that is a notch in her belt. That is an accomplishment for her that she should be proud of. That she like that is everybody don't get to experience that kind of stuff, man.
So
Yeah.
was her high school like a mixed high school, or was it, you know? So is it this ain't gonna be? Will this be her first time around like a bunch of white people like this? Because I know she was down in
No,
Atlanta and everything.
it was one. I knew she was. Let me stop. That don't make you destined for greatness, but I knew she was destined for greatness because her friend group was eccentric. Okay,
Okay.
her high school friend group was very eccentric. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
very diverse.
So they was at the high school that we saw on ATL, but she was
yeah,
I'm trying to think
walking around
which
with
friend
the
group
group of
she would
girls
have
talk
been.
about. And let me. They don't do that in her group, in her friend group.
Mm-hmm.
They listen to like I don't
Okay.
know, Miley Cyrus or something like they're a different group. Not even Miley Cyrus. They listen to like the
Sabrina
internet. You know
Carpenter
what
or
I'm talking about?
something.
Yeah.
Oh
They
yeah,
listen
yeah,
to
yeah.
SZA and she loves SZA to death, but she has an eccentric group. So like, her roommate's Asian. One of her friends in high school was like an Arab young lady. And then one of her other friends was African, like from Africa. So it's like, she's right.
She'll fit in.
She'll fit in perfectly. Yeah.
Okay.
She's an amazing, smart, sophisticated. She'll be good. She'll be cool.
Okay.
Right. She'll be straight. Duke is where she belongs. She don't need to be in Norfolk State. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
Hey,
fighting on
don't let's let's not down talk our HBCUs. I'm coming off a Battle of the Bands weekend at Wilberforce was
How
up
was
here
it?
in the
What
city.
about the
They
band,
did,
man?
it was pretty cool. It wasn't as big this year as it's been in past years. They wanted a couple more colleges up here, that didn't really pan through, but it was still a good time. It's always a good thing. I will say this much, and I know I'm biased. I mean, hell, I'm sitting up here in a Shaw High shirt, but I was talking to one of the alums from Shaw last night, and I'm like, it's just I still haven't gotten used to the difference yet. Yeah, the difference yet. When I see stuff happening, I still sit there and be like, "Yo, this should be happening in East Cleveland." But
Yeah.
but like I said, it was still good, but it's just it's I was talking about East Cleveland at the barbershop yesterday again with the barber, where it's just there's just I almost am at the point with East Cleveland where I feel like there's almost no hope for it. And as much as we love East Cleveland and we know it's home,
It's
I mean, it's just the government of it all in the city is so corrupt,
East Cleveland is not going to ever be what we can we just admit. Let's admit this though. We got lucky. We made it out in spite
Mm-hmm.
of. We
Mm-hmm.
really did. It
Mhm.
was not the most ideal place. Like Don Shine probably wasn't getting paid what he was supposed to be getting paid. You know what I'm saying? So some of
Easily.
these experiences we experienced were by happenstance. It was by luck that you were at Shaw at the time you were there, when Don Shine was there, you know what I'm saying? Like when stuff really started to come to a head, people had to you got to go get paid what you're worth. You eventually got to grow a city. And I think eventually East Cleveland is going to be Circle City East or whatever they changing it into.
Oh, yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
going to look
Yeah.
anything like we used to. It's going to be a Cuyahoga Falls style suburb of Cleveland
Easily.
where it looks beautiful. None of the people there look like the people that we grew up
Mhm.
with. So
It's
let me
gonna go
just
back to what it was before, when
yep,
it used to be a
because
whole white city and
it's too much of
yeah.
it's too, what do you call that? It's not a connector city, but it's too, like it's where it's located. It should be an extension of Little Italy, and like
Yeah, you're right about that.
wherever
But
Chipotle and all that stuff is with Case
oh,
Western.
that's yeah, they call I mean, I call it mid some people like to call it downtown,
Mid,
but that's midtown.
yeah. Like it should be, East Cleveland should be an extension of that. Like it really
Mhm.
should, and it should go right to
Because
the
when you
edge
think
of
about it
Euclid,
yeah, when you
Mayfield,
think about it, it's just plopped down in the middle of Cleveland because if
Mhm,
you're coming from downtown, that's Cleveland, and then all of a sudden you hit the
mhm,
bridge and it's EC. And you go
mhm,
down past you get past Noble and a little bit of stuff there.
mhm,
Now you're back in Cleveland, so it's like it's just this
mhm.
place that's plopped in the middle of Cleveland. So
And it
technically,
should
if
be,
it went
yeah.
away,
It should be in every other major metropolitan city. Whether you got like Ponce de Leon in Atlanta, these areas right next to the metropolitan city
yeah,
flourish. So East Cleveland, and usually you got to get out to Maple before you get to where we at. Very rarely, you got DC, some of those areas, just because of the way it's made, where you can be like right here and you can see the White House, but you in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
but they,
yeah,
but they
yeah.
started to change that up a little bit. Every majority of metropolitan cities, these little pockets right next to the major downtown areas are going to be
They
more
should
affluent.
flourish.
And
Hmm.
they're slowly but surely getting us up out of there. There's
Yeah.
nothing left. There's stretches of Euclid that's nothing. Like from
Hmm.
where they got those on Lakeview, where they got those panels, those solar panels.
Those yeah, I've seen those
Yeah.
recently.
To like Superior, they just couldn't cleared out all the apartment buildings, all the businesses, all the shops. It's like a gas station or two
Because they know what's
and
coming. The
Popeyes,
Popeyes
bro.
is still there. Yeah, the Popeyes is still there, hanging on.
That's all that's left.
Doing
It
credit
used to
card
be a
fraud up in the
KFC.
Popeyes. Yeah,
Oakley,
yeah,
Charles
yeah.
Oakley used to have
The
a
car
car
wash
wash.
there.
It used to
Uh
be
huh.
so much stuff. It used to be a Family Dollar. It used to be
Used to be a little
auto
laundromat
parts
down there.
store. A lot,
The
dog,
old
it was so
Huff
much.
Bakery was down that way back in the
Yes,
day. All that was in there. Yeah.
bro, it was a lot. I grew up like down there. It was everything you could think of, bro. Popeyes is the only
Mm-hmm.
thing that's left. Only thing that's left.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Because
just, I
even
mean,
the
they just
shopping
couldn't
center
clear it
where
out.
yeah, because the old White Castle, what is that now? Is that like a little to go
Yeah,
hibachi place now, or something? It's something
yeah,
weird that used to be Church's Chicken way
yep.
back in the day.
There's very few
Then
places you can go and
and then
sit.
yeah, the Pizza Hut is no longer obviously that's been way
Mm-hmm.
gone. But the Burger King used to be right there next to the Pizza Hut.
Mm-hmm.
Then it had the little white building that was like a little government building. I think way back in the day, the shopping centers used to kind of flourish back in the day.
Yeah,
None of them flourish anymore. I'm surprised that Taco Bell's still hanging on right there. But
yeah.
who the hell
So
eats
the
Taco
crazy
Bell from East
part,
Cleveland?
man, listen, bro. The crazy part is this. I do a lot of so one of the biggest things is Justin, like we transparent. It's still DMST. We transparent with shit that we
Mm-hmm.
go through. One of the biggest differences when you go through a divorce is the lack of both incomes. So you do stuff
Mm-hmm.
to supplement. So I do a lot of door dashing, and so out here it's pretty cool. Like I like this area. I like Cleveland Heights, South Euclid, where you live, where Rice live, because it's always like a million deals. But out here, niggas will tip you out here. Like you'll
Oh
get
yeah,
2 or 3
yeah,
orders, but you would make like $60 because
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, you in Hudson and Solon and Instagram Falls. But what I've also noticed is white people have a culture that we don't necessarily. It's staunch differences in our neighborhoods right now. If you ride through the hood, you will more than likely see nobody. There's nobody outside. There's nobody on the corners. There's very few people walking from store to store, from block to block. It is just, you got the blue light things on the
Well,
pole.
you gonna see some people.
But not the way you used to. You
Oh
get
yeah,
to
I mean, like you
Hudson,
ain't gonna see normal people. You gonna see them crackheads
but
and everybody else out there, and
but
them
you
little
get to
streetwalkers.
Hudson, Chagrin Falls, there are
There's always people outside.
families of people walking hand in hand. It's white people
Bruh,
everywhere.
even
Eating
we go
ice
outside.
cream.
We even go outside. We'll go outside and hey, you want to go for a walk? Well, I guess so. Yeah, it's nice out. We'll go for a walk, bruh. We
Yeah.
outside
It's unbelievable
walking their
how
dogs, everything.
it's just, I'm like, oh, they prefer to be out. So I mean, that's one of the reasons why that gentrification shit you see is gonna be so big, because they want to be out and about. They just don't want to be out and about with us because we be on that bullshit.
It's like
'Cause
now,
I'm like,
even
hey,
with
white
alumni
people
week.
be outside. Like we be talking about that outside shit in our little songs, not like
No,
them.
yeah, they be
Not like them.
outside in a different way. Yeah, yeah,
Like, they be outside with their kids playing
yeah.
in the park and shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like alumni weekend now because, they made the change. Obviously, in the city, you couldn't hang out on
Yeah.
Euclid, what they needed to make. They absolutely 100%, 1000% needed to make that change. But, I was talking to, obviously my guy Greg that's on the alumni committee, older guy, 80-some, graduate from Shaw. He was talking about how up the hill with they don't even want us up there for the alumni weekend period. Like, for one, the park commission doesn't want us up there alumni weekend in the park. And then two, and then two, the tax bracket up there, because that's a different tax bracket. Upper East, everybody, the Upper EC is a different tax bracket. All that area, if you riding through that Upper EC, the Forest Hill area and stuff like that, which we used to talk about on the show, the old Rockefeller homes and all that stuff is up that well, like they don't want us up there. That's a different tax bracket. That actually looks like a different city once you start getting up that way.
No, for real.
And they don't want us up there either. So yeah, it's just like there's a different feel when you start getting into these different areas. I mean, these people are out here walking dogs at 6 o'clock in the morning and things like that out here where I'm at now. It's just, it's, they do want to be outside. Like you said, the gentrification that's coming with it. You got to get used to it. They're going to have to get everything out of there. They could tear every building down, and everything. It's just they just clearing the land. They're just flushing it all the way. It's like the flood coming way back. I'm about to say way back in the day, like it was 20 years ago. But like the flood from the Bible, it's like that's coming. Wash everything away, and then they're just gonna start over.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
Yeah, man. So,
all right,
we done went long enough. We was
gonna talk Browns.
Yeah, we done went long enough. I done tried to talk about other shit. Okay. There's a lot to this. There's. I mean, I just want to hear your point of view on stuff. I just got to say this though, because I don't hear it everywhere, and it's starting to frustrate me a little bit with Browns fans this season. We just started the season off with the Bengals, the Ravens, and the Packers.
And
played two pretty good games. One game we got mollywop because defense only holding on for so long.
Yeah.
Those are some very difficult games to play, man. Like, with a very young team, to quiet as it's kept, our best player on offense didn't play week one, as we can tell. He didn't come back to last week. Once we get out of this the Lions is the last one next week. I'm not scared of Carson Wentz or JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, at this point, Pittsburgh's not looking as scary.
Yeah, and I'm not scared. Yeah. I'm not scared of Aaron Rodgers. So we got this gauntlet of these first four games with the Lions coming up next week. Then after that, it's like Vikings, Steelers, Raiders, Jets, Patriots, Bears. Like we're going to get into a stretch where if this defense is playing as well against the Bears, we're going to start beating niggas 24-6. I hope people understand that.
Where did 24 come from?
9-6. It don't even matter. It don't even.
I'm about to say, where did 24 come from?
They just held Burrow, and the Bengals, then Lamar, even though he threw those touchdowns, even though we gave they scored 21
But
points,
they gave him good
yards.
field position with the turnovers a couple times. Yeah.
And Love this week, we just held all those teams under 250 total yards. Those three teams. So when I got Carson Wentz and Alexander Madison coming up in a couple weeks, I'm going to be terrified of them, of the Vikings, or Jalen Warren and old ass Aaron Rodgers. I'm just not. If this defense continues to play the way it plays, this team is not a 3 or 14 team like last year. They might not also be the 11-6 team they were the year before. They probably somewhere in between. 7, 8, 9 wins. That's what this team is. They're not as bad as they were last year. They got Deshaun Watson was like, so people who don't know football, really, there's 32 teams in the league, right? That doesn't also mean other people can throw can throw enough passes to qualify. Meaning, let's say they say, okay, you got to go throw 25 minimum passes to qualify. So you got 32 starters. Then those backups have thrown some passes too. Deshaun Watson was like the 55th most efficient quarterback last year. He was worse than every starter and damn near every backup. That's how bad our quarterback play was. Yeah, you get that, you're going to be 3-14. But if they continue to play the big teams like the Packers, even defensively, what ends up happening is you get a block kick, you get a pick, the Junkins break off 2 30-yard runs. Next thing you know, it's 10-10. Now what? Let's play football. That's how it works. If you don't kill yourself, if you don't beat yourself every week, like we did last week with a fumble to the house, almost another pick 6, okay, yeah, you're going to lose to the fucking Ravens. Yeah. What are we talking about? Of course you're going to lose to the Ravens. 99% of the teams in the league going to lose to the Ravens. Come see me if we doing this shit against the Jets. We play the Patriots. If the Patriots put up 450 yards in this Browns defense, I will shut the fuck up. I've been watching sports for a long time. A long time. It's 2 things that I'm convinced of right now. This defense is as good as we've ever had in this city.
Yeah, because they're better than 2 years ago right now. Yeah,
they're better. Yeah, with the upfront, with the D tackles and the DM maturation alone, like with Isaiah McGuire and or whatever.
Talking about Mason Graham, talking about the tackles, or are you talking about on the outside? Is it Alex Smith?
Alex,
is that his name?
Alex,
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, whatever, man. And then Mason Graham. We didn't even got Mike Hall back yet.
Yeah. The other guy that made the sack today. Yeah. Yep.
Aiden Huntington, the rookie. Like, this is a deep ass defensive line, man, and it's a deep team. Imagine this team next year. Because I saw a little post this week with JOK. Imagine this team next year with JOK and Carson Schlesinger a linebacker. Now we having a different conversation. And don't let us be shitty enough to get Caleb Downs at safety. Now we're gonna have a real conversation. But anyway, I only want to talk about that. I really want Caleb Downs. Yeah. I mortgage the farm for Caleb Downs. Imagine him and Grant Delpit and Greg Newsome and Denzel Ward and Schlesinger and JOK and Myles Garrett and Isaiah McGuire and Mason Graham. What the fuck are we talking about? That's one of the best defenses probably the best defense in the NFL. The other thing I'm convinced of is just develop the quarterbacks on your roster, because I've been watching football a long time. DJ Brainstorm, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. There's not a fucking
in college right now.
Football. There wasn't really one this year, unless you can make Shador and what Dylan have traits, at least. At least they got traits. They're very accurate, extremely accurate, like all-time accurate. You can build off that. Like Cam Ward got traits, but his traits is like quirky. Like, I don't give a fuck if you can throw sidearms. Stop throwing late across the middle or to the sidelines for pick 6s. I don't want Cam Ward. And every single quarterback in college football right now is either not good enough or not ready. There's not a single quarterback
Basically, there's
that I would
nobody in
want to take
college
the
right
first
now and we talked about it. We talked about it
round.
at halftime of the Texas game, because you was already hopping off the train at halftime of the Ohio State Texas
I
game
seen it. I
because
seen enough
Arch looked
Arch.
so bad in that game where you was like, yo, you called me at halftime. I'm like, bruh, he is in the shoe in front of 105,000, his first big time start, and you like, yo, he ain't got it or whatever.
Yeah, he got it, bro.
Nah,
You know,
he ain't.
but think about it. Hold on, real quick. How many times have we watched Ohio State? I remember watching. Because you know what the thing is. This the thing. Like, start leaning on your experience. You didn't watch Kyle McCord's first game, and Dwayne Haskins' first game, and Justin Fields' first game, and C.J. Stroud's first game, and you know the difference. I remember watching Kyle McCord's first game. Like, nah, that ain't it. No. You can just tell.
I was on your ass about Kyle McCord. I'm all year long. I kept saying this ain't it. This ain't it. And you kept saying, man, Ohio State usually wins when they don't have a quarterback. You know, that's when they usually. I'm like, dude, he ain't it. And then when his ass do that final pick against Michigan,
I'm like, I'm done.
At that point.
But you can tell. It's like after a while, I know it wasn't that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, of a sample size, but you can tell from the door. You can tell when Dwayne Haskins layering shit. You know,
he had an arm.
He's different. Like, he's different.
He can make every single throw. I mean, that's what he had, every single throw.
And
I mean, I don't think Arch is bad. I don't think he's as bad as they're trying to make it. It's today's day and age of social media, and we gonna overanalyze everything. Now, he's not impressing me right now, but I don't think he's going to be that bad. But I also think that he's also a victim of the fact. Oh no, he's a victim of the fact that in this culture now, because of his name, everybody's going to anoint him as he has to be this good, and maybe he's just a backup. I mean, maybe Peyton and Eli and their dad Arch got all the top tier ability, but even with that, Peyton was next level. Eli doesn't get as much credit as I think he should at times. But maybe they got it. That don't mean that everybody gonna have to get it just because his name is Manny.
Yeah.
You know?
I saw somebody like, we're not even talking about his son. We're talking about his fucking nephew.
Yeah. Right.
Why the fuck we anointing this nigga nephew? Like, he's like,
man.
He just. I would listen. He's not that good. There's not a single solid. Like, there's. I keep talking about Caleb Downs. There's generational players everywhere in college football. The LSU got a defense full of them. Ohio State got a defense full of them. They got a young man by the name of Arvell Reese.
Arvell. I was going to say that
might be the best player in college football.
He looks like sometimes you'll watch a football movie and it's almost like they just found the biggest nigga they can find and put pads on him and make you. That's what he looks like to me. That's exactly. I'm looking like
40.
Because you remember, I don't know. You remember? Have you seen the movie The Replacements with Keanu Reeves and Gene Hackman? And it was the one linebacker that had got out of jail. It's about basically people. The real league had went on strike. Yeah, but no, he's just built like a dude that's been in jail for like 3 years trying to fight a nigga off his ass. You know what I'm saying? And he can move. Yeah, and I'm like, because we talking about Caleb Downs. Yeah. Arvell Reese is a monster out there right now.
He's the best player in college football. Ohio State got like the 3 best players in college football on their roster. That's the part that's the problem. So it's generational people. You know what I'm saying? You talking about, you talking about number 4. You talking about Caleb. You talking about Arvell is just not a quarterback right now. It could be like eventually it could be Julius Sand. It could be one of these guys, but they're not ready yet. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody coming out this draft. It's not Cade Klubnik. Arch will probably go back to school. It's not Lenore.
What about Nussmeier?
The problem I got with Garrett Nussmeier got to have like. The problem is he's 6'1", 205. So you got to have like. The only person I could possibly see is Fernando Mendoza from Indiana, but I just got to see more, man. They destroy Illinois on Saturday. I give them credit.
That score.
He got like 15 touchdowns and no picks. So, all right, okay. 6'5", 6'6". He can't move. He looks like Joe Flacco. You can't move.
Yeah, but are you
Just
ever going to
develop
take a
what you
quarterback from
got.
there
Just
first?
develop. You already got. Listen, the Browns you already got like the most famous quarterback in America. There might not be a more famous quarterback on earth.
Mhm.
Just develop them. See what you got.
But you can't develop them when you got 4 quarterbacks in camp, and you
Yeah.
knew that basically you were going to start Joe or Westbrook or Pickett. So you really couldn't develop. You can't develop 2 rookie quarterbacks.
All right. So coming off of a win, do you start Joe? Do you start the clock now with the young kids?
Here's the question. That's the question because it's I was into my younger brother last week when we was watching the fight because but he's one of the Shador people. See, I don't. If you're going to give me the argument that you don't want to play Joe, I get it, cool. But I don't want it when it's just like just because you want to see Shador play, because you gotta get through. I know what you said about this gauntlet of games, but it was still a gauntlet of games, and you don't know what teams are going to look like until you actually get in the season. But I didn't want to see Dylan or Shador out there in Baltimore last week.
Oh,
Um,
this is the thing.
I just didn't.
I don't know. This is my problem. This is the I think this is the athlete in me. I don't want to hear it.
I mean, I get it. Yeah.
If you scared, go to church. Think it like, come on, man. Like, what you scared of Michael? If you scared of Michael Parsons now, you're gonna be scared of him next year. Play,
I mean, I get it.
Play, bruh. You are a quarterback. Play quarterback. The problem is, Max Crosby plays for the Raiders. You got Sauce Gardner for the Jets. You got 2 pass rushers for the There's 0 soft landing spots.
It's
you
the
NFL.
At some point, it's the NFL.
It's the NFL. Max Crosby gonna take your head off just play. Just play. Just play. Do what you do and play. The thing is, Joe is doing. The problem I have is Joe is doing 0 things. Okay, if Joe was seeing, if you're a vet and you're doing veteran shit, then play. But they ran a flea flicker today. This nigga threw a check down.
Was wide open.
Basically, he threw the flea flicker to him. And Isaiah Bond was running wide open across the middle. He also took a sack in the 3rd quarter. And Jerry Jeudy was coming open on the backside dig. If he's throwing with anticipation like a vet does, in the NFL, nobody's gonna be wide open. You gotta throw people open.
Yeah.
So if he was doing that shit, then I'm cool with it. I'm like, all right, bet. You know what I mean? He doing shit that rookies can't do. If you waiting for niggas to be open before you throw the ball, I can tell a rookie to do that. Like, they gonna do that shit anyway because they inexperienced. And if they don't see nobody open, they gonna take it down. He's not doing anything that the rookie couldn't do. Is the problem I'm having. Like, I understand the argument of like, I don't want to put them in that gauntlet. I really do get it. I understand that. But if he was doing shit that I didn't think they would have a problem doing, I would agree that he's just not doing anything that a rookie would. He looks like a rookie.
He looks really like old and slow right now. I mean, through these 3 games, I don't have no other way to say it. I mean, again, I was trying to defend keeping him in there because I hate throwing rookies in there too much, too fast. I mean, and I say, especially for the Shador crowd, if you really like him as much as you said you like him,
well, they gotta wait. They gotta wait for Dylan.
Yeah.
They gotta wait for Dylan.
Yeah. This is how it works in the NFL. That's a whole nother conversation, the whole thing, the Shador crowd or whatever. But it's just, but Joe looks really.
I'm gonna say this. I ain't gonna drop the mic because we're gonna keep going. But the reason I keep saying it's the athlete in me, my nigga had 1 padded practice, went 10 for 61, came back the next week after 1 week of practice and had 17 for 98 and a touchdown. If you can fucking play, then you can just play. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how many snaps you done had. I don't care who on the other side of the line. If you're Quinshon Judkins and you can run that peel, give him the goddamn ball. And if he's accurate and can get the ball out of his hands, then put him in at quarterback. I don't want to hear, I got to play Jerome. If they was playing Jerome 4 right now, because Quinshon Judkins didn't have enough reps in practice, I'd blow some shit up. If you don't get a goddamn ball,
but I will say this, though. But there's a difference between a running back coming in and doing that than a quarterback sitting back there having
Kinda.
to figure everything
You're
out,
right.
having
You're
to
right.
read everything. But
You're
the
right.
premise of it, I get the premise of it though, because
He can play, bro.
even last week, halftime of the Baltimore game last week, I'm testing with my brothers, and I'm like, well, the one silver lining out of this is that Juckins look like he can play.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I don't know, but Joe looks really, really old, and he looks really, really slow. He's always been slow, but he looks like he's not making decisions as fast as he should. And I already knew it wasn't going to be the same Joe from 2 years ago. People have this nostalgia type of thing, and they wanted it to be like, they thought it was going to be just like 2023 now when we went to the playoffs. They thought it was going to be just that, and it's like it can't be that. Time passes, and people wanted to think that he was just going to pick up. And even on top of that, if we really keep it in 100 about it, yeah, Joe played well. Joe threw a bunch of interceptions then.
A lot of them bitches.
It was almost 50-50 touchdowns to interceptions. And they just got this love affair because we went to the playoffs. But Joe also threw 2 pick sixes out there in Houston that absolutely killed us. So I'm just like, it's again, personally, I wanted him to play, but I could stomach a change right now. I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah, and somebody said this shit, and you know what? They was like 2 years is a long time when you 40, and I said, nigga, that ain't never been a lie. Because I'm telling you, 2 years ago, I could probably at least still last through the commercial break. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, what you talking about?
Right now, you know what I'm saying? JG, you know what? 877 gas that's all nigga got, man.
This nigga's on
no joke.
Man. You on the Yahoo ad breaks right now? The things that come in between?
Bro, that shit ain't no joke, man. 2 years when you over 40 years old is that's a lot of shit is different. Nigga, my body feel way different than it felt 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Way different.
Yeah, I'm thinking about even
hurt for no reason, foot hurt for no reason.
I mean, I'm thinking about the weekend I just had between working Friday and Saturday, and all the speakers. I mean, we basically took the house, because we had to light up the gym, and then we did the stadium too. So we took basically everything we had, and I'm just like, the feeling of having to move speakers all weekend. Now I'm talking to my brother yesterday. It's like I remember being 20, and and the old heads then, even my brother then, but in my 20s, they'd be like, yo, save your bat, use a dolly. They say, I'm looking like, man, it ain't nothing. I'm just going to pick this speaker up real quick, throw it over it. Now, man, please, man, give me a dolly for every goddamn thing. So we've been moving speakers all weekend, on top of the working and then the hours of doing that stuff. And again, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, it would be nothing. 44 now, I've been coming home every single day this weekend like, yo, I'm tired. I'm tired. I've been getting in that bed and going straight to sleep.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel it. There's obviously more. There's more responsibility on the quarterback's plate. This is just to wrap this up. The one thing, he's played the most snaps ever because of COVID. Most games ever for a college quarterback ever.
Oh, you're talking about Dylan?
Yeah, Dylan Gabriel. So
he has. They said 62 career starts too.
Yeah, dude, 62 career starts is crazy.
It's amazing.
That's 5.
I'm looking like, how old is this dude? Is he 29, 30 already? Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of starts. So he's the most experienced. They say he like a little supercomputer when it comes to processing stuff. Let's try it out. Let's plug the fucking computer in and see what's up. It has. And you know what? And the Shador thing is part of it. We cannot ignore. Like, I'll talk to you about this a little bit. So let me just break it down real quick. Let me just break it down. So I know you annoyed with the Shador stuff.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But this is right up the Browns' alley. And this is this.
You mean the whole shitstorm of it?
I don't.
Or do you mean your thoughts about it? Yeah, I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
You know what? The shitstorm of it, but it's not even Shador's fault though.
No. None of it is his fault.
It's all us. But so I talked to you about this a little bit, real quick. So the Browns specialize in drama. They're the most successful team in the history of sports.
Undefeated in that shit.
undefeated. Our owner bought the team back in 2012. So real quick, I'm not gonna harp on it too long. I'm gonna get to the Shador part quickly as I can. 2012, buy the team. Who do? They draft Josh Gordon in the supplemental draft. Just drama. Just weed smoking dude, a big monster on the field, but they draft him. Of course, they're part of the headlines. He ends up having a great year in 2013, but flames out because he can't stop doing drugs.
Yeah.
Then they double back after that. They go draft Johnny Manziel.
Yep.
And that's a whole shit show. And they double back after Johnny Manziel and they go draft Baker Mayfield. Another shit show. On top of that, let's go ahead and bring Odell Beckham in with this nigga.
Yeah.
Shit show part 2.
Yeah.
In between all that shit, they go 0-16, 1-31.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They double back and it's more shit, but then just to speed it up, they get to a couple years later. What they do, they draft for no reason though. The thing is, they like Dylan Gabriel, and I kind of understand why he would want Dylan Gabriel. But because the Browns specialize in fucking leading Sports Center, they draft Shador Sanders.
Yep.
And so this is perfection for them either being good or being what they've been over the past 13 years. Either they're going to be good or they're going to be at the top of the headlines. So either Dylan Gabriel is going to be what the Browns need, or he's going to flame out, and then you're going to be left with 12. At that point, you're going to have Flacco and flamed out, Dylan Gabriel and flamed out, and you're going to have no other choices to play Shador Sanders for the rest of the season. These niggas are going to lead every...
There we go. All right, I see you coming back.
I'm back.
I got you. I hear you. Yep, I hear you. I have no idea what happened on that one.
I don't know. When I came back.
Yeah, because even when I was recording with Yulise, like I said, she was a little pixelated, but the whole recording, it didn't show it at all. They just cleaned it all up on the back half somehow, some way. Even with all of that, it was still recording. So I don't know. Either way, so
we'll see what's up.
Good. But I'm glad you went out and came back in, because at least it kept the recording going. Yeah. And I can always take that out afterwards.
But to wrap it all up, I just think it's gonna work out perfectly. Either they end up being good, and they did a good job drafting, or they get to lead Sports Center and lead the league in drama like they always do. It's gonna be a win-win for the Browns.
The problem is, I think it's too many people in that building that want to lead Sports Center and don't really want to win. The
thing is, they're gonna do both. They can do both. The problem they've run into, LeBron is also the problem too, and they don't know how to not. They don't get it. Yeah, the Cavs lead Sports Center and win, but they had LeBron. Like, they double back and like they're really
automatic
and drafting, and now they're at the top again. Like, y'all have never done that, so you can do both. But it's you got to hit the lottery, brother. We hit the lottery.
Yeah,
the Cavs hit the lottery.
Yeah, I want to get back to the Browns in a second, but did you see Deli catching shots on road trip? Or they were talking about it on road tripping. From Draymond, man. Yeah, Draymond really gets under my skin. He really irks my nerves. So I expected somebody on Kai Cenat's show to be. Well, no, I really didn't expect them. I didn't expect Deli to catch shots. Like Deli, like that's the name that you thought about to be like, oh, somebody's not that good. And I actually appreciated what Richard said when he's like, do you know how good you have to be to suck in the NBA?
Oh yeah.
Because Deli would literally still come out here and beat most, 90. What percentage would he get? 95%.
100% of every human being that's not in the NBA could not be over in basketball.
But no, there's some fringe people that could be in the league. Listen, that he could.
Let me say something. I don't know how many. I remember at Division II Gannon playing basketball in a rec against the Hoopers. Them niggas was different. Them niggas are coming to the rec and not miss. And them niggas was D2 bench players. Matthew Dellavedova probably would never miss a jump shot at Planet Fitness, whoever the fuck he was hooping at. Man, Deli would kill anybody. I mean,
Nah.
to be in the NBA, you are in the top point zero zero zero
Yeah,
zero
yeah, yeah,
zero 1% of human beings who can hoop. Now,
yeah.
if they can, they got to be a fringe. Yeah, maybe a fringe dude somewhere who didn't make it to the league and beat Dudley. But if you just randomly roll up to Luke Easter Park in the middle of the summer, he
I
is
mean, of course. I
killing
mean,
niggas,
I mean, yeah. You
murdering.
ain't rolling up. You ain't rolling up to Euclid Creek. You know what I'm saying? Being like, oh, I'm gonna pick him up full court. Yeah, that'll slow him down. you,
Taking over.
you ain't gonna do that.
We're gonna change that shit to Dudley Creek. Fucking around with it over, man. Man, that nigga is just so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but all right. So, but here's another question on the Browns I wanted to ask you. It is, do you have a problem with Kevin Stefanski right now? Because I remember when Baker was there, you would say all the time, like, yo, he is drawing plays up, and I'm seeing people open, but
Mhm.
Baker just ain't hitting them.
Yeah,
But in Cleveland, people love to go to the coach right away. It's always the coach. He's doing this, and he ain't doing that. And you really heard it last week. Well, he ain't. It's receivers. They only run in 5-yard routes. I think he's just a victim of his circumstances right
yes.
now. Your line is ass,
Yeah.
and so and your line is ass, and you got an old non-mobile quarterback back there. What can you kind of do? At least in my opinion.
Their tackles right now are shitty. Not
Yeah.
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, Conklin has been stealing from the Browns since he got here.
Well, he ain't been because he's hurt. If he was healthy,
Yeah.
we'd be straight. The problem,
Teller is old now.
but he can still
Batonio's
play.
been old.
The interior can
Okay.
play. The interior can play. Like if the reason why you can always tell the interior can play is because the Browns hit big runs, and all that means to me is that the defensive ends are getting up the field, and our
Okay.
interior linemen are handling their business. The problem is in pass protection. If you let people get up the field, they get sacks. So we end up gashing you eventually, which Quinshawn did, and that means our interior line is playing pretty well. You can have shitty tackles and still gash people in the run game. Because I'm gonna just let Micah Parsons and them get up the field and run past them. But I need
Yeah,
my
that makes
guard
sense.
center. I mean my guard center guard to like really, really handle the middle of the field. And they do a good job with that. Right now, Joe Flacco is not seeing he's not as bad as Deshaun Watson. But
Oh no. That'd be tough right now.
He's 40, bro. Like I saw this video on the gram. It was funny as fuck. I reposted it. It was like guy logic is male logic is. There was a point in time when I know that nobody could guard me. I know that. I remember those days. That if you gave me the ball, I could go get 10 out of 12 at the park, and nobody out there could guard me. I remember those days, and it keeps me going. Right now, Joe Flacco is a shell of himself, and it used to be a time when Joe Flacco could roll out and hit a crosser across the middle. He can't do that shit no more. And right now, he is stuck between a rock and a hard place because you do have some babies at quarterback that you don't want to throw out to the wolves too soon. You do have a vet, and he's trying to hold on to the vet as long as possible before he put the rookies out there. But it's going to come a point in time where Joe Flacco just can't quite cross a nigga over the way he used to.
It's gonna come a point. No, we already there.
He can't
We
do
already
it.
there with Joe.
So that's part of the problem with Joe is that Joe is seeing ghosts because he can't do what he used to do. He thinks he can. He thinks he can still, I'm going to cross this nigga over, pump fake. But now you cross the nigga over, pump fake, don't nobody jump. You're like, oh, shit. Now I'm shooting a contested jumper. That shit was slow and ugly. Because I saw him today try to roll out twice. It looked terrible. I had to rewind like 3 or 4 times. He tried to roll out and hit niggas on the little, let me get out. One time he did complete a pass though, but it looked ugly, man. It looked
He's
ugly.
so slow right now. It's terrible right now. And it's so obvious.
Yeah. Jordan Love did 2 things today that Kevin Stefanski is hamstrung and cannot do. On 3rd down, 3rd and 2, he just ran a read option. Isaiah McGuire crashed down, so Jordan Love just jogged for 4 yards. 1st down. It's a very simple, easy way to keep a drive going. Now,
Mhm.
when you're playing the Browns, so people don't when a defensive end crashes to tackle the running back, your quarterback can pull the football and then run where the defensive end was just at, go get a couple yards, get a first down. If my quarterback can't run, and I'm Michael Parsons and I'm Rashawn Gary, I'm just crashing down on the ends every single time it's a run play. Because I know the running back's getting the ball. There's no way in hell Joe Flacco is pulling it.
Of course.
No
Of
way.
course.
So he's hamstrung in what he can call. You see what I'm saying? Like
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
it's almost like if everybody was hurt for the Cavs and you ain't had no shooters. Nobody's respecting the shooters. You got Tristan Thompson and Jared Allen and Craig Porter. Ain't nobody respecting the shooters. It's no shooters out here. So they just sinking down.
Damn near games 2 through 5 or 6 in the playoffs once everybody got hurt. Where it's just like, all right, it's Donovan and that's it.
Yeah, so they he's a little bit hamstrung, and it shows how good of a fucking coach he is that he's still dialing up shit to get wins in the face of some of this bullshit because it's very difficult.
I still think he's a good coach.
He's a hell of a coach, man. People
are really calling for his name.
They don't even understand the game. They don't understand he is a hell of a coach, man. Mm-hmm. If he ever got fired, they would snatch him up immediately.
Yeah, he's going to get another head coaching job at some point, I believe. I know. I mean, yeah, maybe he goes back to be a coordinator for a year or two, or something. But I think he at some point he's going to get fired. That's what happens. Everybody gets fired at some point.
Man, he has been working with bullshit at quarterback for years.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Baker gave him a good year. He had the one good year.
That was come to Jesus Baker. Baker before he got humbled was a piece of shit.
And that's what kills me too with the Bakers. The Baker Bros are still out here in Cleveland right now.
God, man.
And it's like and people are talking about how good he's my starting quarterback in fantasy right now. But people just try to etch out the fact that he went to Carolina and was ass.
Yeah.
And that he went to LA and wasn't really good out there in LA either. He really got humbled, as you said, and then he grew up. And even Baker, I think, admits it now that he had to grow up more. I mean, does he love his experience here? Maybe no, as a whole, especially the way it ended, because you basically brought a guy in when I was still under contract. So I get it. But he had to grow up. That version of Baker that we're seeing in Tampa wasn't going to be here in Cleveland. And that version of Baker here in Cleveland before wasn't going to win a Super Bowl. Hell, the one in Tampa ain't even won a Super Bowl.
No,
the one in Tampa ain't even been to a championship game.
Super Bowl. He's a very good quarterback. He never won a Super Bowl. Well,
yeah, he's solid.
But can we break down, like, we've all seen in our day-to-day people in our life, homies that needed to be humble. He ain't had no job. You know what I'm saying? Like, Baker wasn't shit. He was a nigga that stayed at home and played 2K all day. So she kicked the nigga out the house. Kicked him out for a whore. Moved a hoe ass nigga in too, like a nigga who was fucking the whole neighborhood. Didn't care. But he was a piece of shit. Smelled like Black and Miles, played the game all day, kicked him out, tried to go with somebody else out. They kicked him out too. Then he got a little chick, had a little bit of money. She cleaned him up a little bit, and he got his life together. Then he finally got to Tampa, and he turned his life around. But he would not have been the same player if she would have just let him stay in the house and play the game all goddamn day. Because that's what he was doing. He was an ain't shit little dude. He was fucking chicks allegedly in the back of Cheesecake Factory.
I forgot about that. We talked about that on the show. I forgot about that. Yeah,
Baker was
allegedly
POS when he was here. And it took a lot of soul searching to turn this nigga into a half decent human. He would not have done that. We've seen this story over and over again in real life. And he learned the hard.
And that happens here in Cleveland because Cleveland doesn't have the culture to deal with stuff like that, which is why you don't draft the Shador Sanders, because you don't have the track record of being able to handle
but you know what?
things like this.
I think they do now. I think we're let me. I think as much as I love you to death. I think we're living in our fears more than Shador.
Okay.
Shador ain't did shit but buy some stuff for some people in the Garden Valley.
Oh no. Shador has been A1 since he's gotten here.
He's not fucking in the back. I think the Browns learned. I think the Browns Like, like they learn from being with that whole ass. Like it's like the chick that's like, I'm not gonna get done like that again. I know she went through that before, but she's not gonna accept the same BS from the new nigga. So, and I think we're as her friend, like, don't get hurt again. And she like, nigga, I'm not going through this shit again. Because when you really think about what Shador is, he's not doing nothing. We're the ones that are nervous. We're scared that that's going to his head and this is going to turn the Browns. The Browns can't handle it. They can't deal with it. It's us. And like he just sitting around like talking about, I treat my scout team reps like 6 games a week. He's just doing everything right.
Yeah, I think it's not even just the Browns; it's everything that comes with it and the surrounding stuff too.
Yeah,
You know, like it's the outside chatter and the people who are mad because there was the whole debate going into the season about how they don't play him and they don't, he's not getting this many reps and he's not getting this and he's not getting that, and it's at some point he's a 5th round draft pick. It don't matter what y'all say he should have went or whether he's a 5th round draft pick.
yeah.
They didn't talk about no other 5th round draft pick like this. They didn't talk about a 4th round or 3rd round draft pick like this.
Yeah.
At any point. Because and I think it's the outside noise of everything too that I say that Cleveland's not built for.
Yeah. I don't.
And we know it's because it's Shador.
Yeah,
it's the name.
I really don't know if we're not going. I'm gonna tiptoe around this because we're not gonna bring certain shit up. But
yeah, I know. Okay.
Just like we know why certain people get celebrated in the world, even though it don't make no damn sense to celebrate certain shit. He was a 5th round pick, but it don't make no damn sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't. Tyler Shook was a 2nd round pick. Like, okay, I get he was a 5th round pick, but like, just because y'all put somebody's picture on the big board and say, let's do a moment of silence, doesn't mean I internally respect them. Y'all can't tell me to respect somebody just because they ain't here no more and I don't agree. And you can't just tell me Shador's shitty and he a 5th round pick when I watched him play football. And you can't tell me that. Because I'm also watching at the same time Travis Hunter be mediocre as fuck. And y'all trying to also...
I haven't even heard his name.
And y'all niggas tried to tell me he was only good because he had Travis Hunter. And I'm watching a mediocre ass nigga in the NFL. So we gonna have to again, at some point revisit, was it Travis or was it 2? I don't know. But we got to figure it out. I've seen Travis. I got to see 2. Because I'm going to tell you, that nigga who wearing number 12 in Jacksonville was not carrying somebody to be the most accurate quarterback in the history of Division I football.
I give you that.
That wasn't it. So my eyes, just like my brain and my intellect is telling me I don't have to celebrate the life of somebody just because y'all telling me to. My brain and my eyes is telling me just because y'all made him a 5th round pick don't mean he's 5th round talented. You can't convince me of that just because you waited that long to pick him. Why that happened, I don't know. But I know what I saw and I know what looks normal on the football field. And I know what deep outs look like and deep comebacks and deep digs and over-the-shoulder touchdown passes. I know what they look like. Late 4th quarter comebacks and 4th quarter drives and 2-minute drills. I know what they look like. And I know what I watched. And I know the nigga can play better than Tyler Shook or fucking Jackson Dart. Like, I watched college football, bro. I watched it. Like, I watched it. You can't
to be honest, I would have took Shador before I took Dylan. That was me
but
back in the draft process.
Being hindsight, being 2020.
Yeah.
Brainstorm, they was 14-0 before they ran into Ohio State. Dylan Gabriel was carving things up. Like, I'm not even mad at him for taking Dylan. I'm really not. I'm honestly not mad at him for taking Dylan.
He carved up Ohio State and Eugene. Carved
it the fuck up the first time. So he can play. Would I have taken Shador first? Probably. Am I mad at you for looking at Dylan and saying Upside? No, that makes complete sense. Average novice football.
Especially when you put your coach on top of that. When people say he
What
fits
do you
his
want?
system a lot more too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
love Steve Harvey, but average novice football people like I ain't never heard of him. Nigga, you must not have watched college football because I don't know who the
Yeah.
fuck's in the game.
I mean, yeah, this is the number one team in the country. You know what I'm saying? That was undefeated. They were undefeated until they ran into that buzzsaw in the Rose Bowl that everybody ran into. Ask Tennessee.
Exactly.
Ask Texas.
So the little nigga can
Ask Notre Dame.
Yeah, exactly. So he can play. So let's see what happens, man. So, and I feel what you're saying. He was a 5th round pick, and it's just part of it is like I also understand. I understand the rational Shador fans. These people who just Shador fans because they like Dion
On the French.
or they want
Yeah.
or they just fans of niggas because he do this.
It's a hive. It's the hive. It's today now. It's like a beehive. It's a hive.
But you know what's
you just got to see him play.
You know what's crazy though? Just because Beyonce got a beehive don't mean she ain't the most talented female artist in the history of music. That's where I think Shador might be trending towards. Not ever, the greatest ever. He has a hive, but his hive is coming before his talent, which is annoying. And it's blocking him.
Very annoying.
It's making people say shit against him when he really does have talent. And he probably could have the talent to justify the hive. But nigga, let the talent come first. Then we can have the Shador hive. But y'all the Shador hive, the nigga ain't even took an NFL snap yet in a regular
But because of them, I can't even. That's a whole other topic for the next sports show. Yeah.
So my bad.
So to wrap it up, you would play Dylan next. Like you ready for the move to Dylan?
I would play Dylan Sunday. I don't think the problem I have with playing Joe is, but you know what? I don't want to say problem. I think this team is going to be okay because I think they have the foresight to understand what's coming. Because they respect Joe so much, I don't think anybody's going to be like, why y'all playing Joe? Their whole locker room respects Joe. Eventually, Joe is going to show himself to be not worthy. I just don't want the defense to start to collect a check. I want them to still be invested.
That's where it's at. Yep. That's where it's at for me.
That's where I'm nervous. Like,
make the change before everybody checks out for the year, and like, yo, we know we can't win, and I mean, like, that's the point.
They got the Steelers and Jets and Patriots and all them coming up. So even if y'all do start off 2-4, y'all got a chance to end up being 5-5 like that. They understand that. I think they get it. By the way, they played in the fourth quarter. They didn't turn tails.
They didn't quit today.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right.
I know I turned to the Guardians game. So yeah. And then I turned back and it was 10-3. I'm like, all right.
Hey, we don't usually do this. And for people who don't like it, oh well. Shout out to the damn Cleveland Guardians. You want to talk about how in the Finnuck is a team winning games? I have watched baseball about as long as I watch football.
Me too. I play baseball. Yeah.
Can we tell the truth? Can we just be? I know we both love the Cleveland Guardians and I think we love the same teams. This is the worst baseball team I've ever seen beat as good.
Offensively,
pitching wise, is unbelievable. You lose Class A Luis Ortiz and you trade away Shane Bieber, and you still got the best 6-man rotation.
It's amazing what they're doing with this pitcher. I mean, Tanner Bybee has been so hit and miss this year and everything, all of them, and it's like all of a sudden right now when it's all on, which I respect it for. Honestly, I respect it when it's all on the line. They are all showing up right now. I know they got beat today. And I was putting on Twitter, I was like, this is the first time I've tuned in a while, and I've been watching them, but I don't want to tune in because I'm like, so I knew as soon as I tune in, they're gonna lose the game. But the thing is, they did lose the game.
They got a chance to still be tied for the last spot.
You got Detroit, you got Detroit here. So Detroit lost today, so they're a game back of Detroit. Detroit will be here on Tuesday.
Back of the wild card, but they both play tonight.
Okay. I know they were actually in the last place going into today, so I don't know how the standings working out right now. Yeah.
Before I looked at it after we lost, I looked at the standings again.
Okay.
So we were half game back at wild card.
Either being a half game out, cool.
Yeah, but
Cool.
that's the thing.
Entering the last week of entering the last
Well,
week, I'll take it with this team.
Hey, the Red Sox play and the Astros. So the Astros
Okay, okay.
Mariners. So if the Astros lose, then we'll be tied with the Astros.
We'll still be tied again. Okay, yeah.
For the last,
we was tied coming into the day. Okay, yep.
So,
but I'm with you. A team this bad, this team they are second to last in offense right now.
Man, this team is terrible, dog. I love them. I love them to death. Offensively, this team is horrendous.
And it's like, so even if they make the playoffs, I'll be tuned in. I'm not going to pay money to go to a game right now this year, unless it's the AO. Well, no, I went to the ALCS last year. But it's just they don't have the offense to get it done. But it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch people who are trying to play, who didn't quit when they could have quit. They was down 15 games in this division. You know what I'm saying? They was down 11 games, I think, on September 4th or whatever. So kudos to them, man.
The good thing about this team, though, is I believe that I don't know if the Browns will be this good this year as the Guardians are, but they're almost in the same pot. They're almost mirror images, if you ask me. You got Jose and you got Miles. You got Quan and who is like a slap happy, and then you got Denzel Ward, and then you got a bunch of babies. You got the Schlesingers and the Judkins and the Mason Grahams and the Harold Fannin Juniors, and you like, oh, okay, get these players 3 or 4 more years, and CJ Kafis and Manzardo and these players 3 years from now.
Even Bo Naylor is hitting right now.
I think we'll have a different, if they can stick together. George Valera came up as playing well. Like, and where the hell he been? I remember playing with him on MLB The Show, like 21. And he was like our number 1 prospect. But like this team 2-3 years from now, offensively could look way different. Because if you let the babies play, let them get experience, who knows? CJ Kafis and Manzardo, and you know what I'm saying, them in the middle of a lineup in a couple of years might
Bo
be.
Naylor.
Yeah, Bo Naylor might be a couple 30 home run hitters.
Swinging.
You know what I'm saying? So, I like where they are. If they can somehow just get them some experience this year, that's why I'm like, everybody be like, oh man, this is either championship or bust. Man, sports is so much more than just championship or bust. The Cavs about to prove it. The Thunder just proved it, if you ask me. Year by year, your teams get experience. They learn, they lose, they get better, they chip away. Some people retire, they get more experience, they get more responsibility. And next thing you know, you end up being Evan Mobley, where you like second team on NBA, and now you're ready to become the best power forward in the NBA if you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's up to you. But it takes those years of grinding and losing and taking L's. You just don't win a championship every year. And if you're not I'm a fan of the process too. And this Guardians process, if they can just get into the playoffs, even this last week of them having to play every game and win every game and the pressure, is gonna help them next year in May.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you get this pressure on your shoulders.
It would help them a lot. Yeah,
a lot. Yeah. The pitchers,
that experience.
The hitters, everybody, man. Like, you know, like I'm watching the Cavs. We gonna watch the Cavs this year, and Sam Merrill gonna have to start the year for Darius Garland being out. I'm not worried. He gonna average like 10 points, play some decent defense. I'm not worried. He done been through the fire for 2 years. I
ain't worried about him neither. Yeah,
I'm not worried. Yeah. I'm not terrified. The Cavs. I don't even want to worry about the niggas to April. But anyway, I'm excited.
Which is the sad part.
Yeah,
we'll do that on the Net Sports one because we missed out when we check out for the regular season. What we did it the whole time when Brown was here because we was just it's championship or bust. But when you got a guy like Brown on your team, you're supposed to be championship or bust. But we kind of check out a little bit. Because we saw it this year. I mean, look, it does suck the way they went out. Yeah, I'm sorry, it does suck.
And I get caught up during the season. I lie. I get caught up during the season. I do.
We all do.
Yeah, we
all do. And everybody sit there and be like, oh, I'm not going to. Yeah, we do. Because the first time it's a Friday night game at 7:00 on ESPN and it's Boston. Well, it ain't not this year. Not this year. Not this year. But I mean, or whoever's top in the East.
The Knicks.
Or whoever, or it's OKC in town and it's a big game or whatever. We all going to be tuned in because it's a measuring stick to see where you are. So I mean, we all going to do it. let's just be honest.
Yeah.
But we don't really get for real. The Cavs are at a point now that we should be looking at April. We should be looking at what's going to happen out there. And look, they at some point still, we could talk about process all we want to. At some point, you got to show improve because we more than a few years into this process now. It was what 3 years ago now when we was watching them in the play-in tournament, and DG was playing really good, and then you got the year with the Knicks failure, and then you got the Knicks with the year with the Boston thing. Like it's time for you to at some point to at least be in a conference finals. There was no way in hell I should have been out there in Indianapolis for a game and you was down by 40 at halftime.
The Pacers
in the second round of the playoffs.
Ass last year. Oh shit. Pacers on a whole different level. Damn.
Yeah.
But you know,
like I said, that could be the next one.
So yeah, it'll be the next one. We'll have a little Cavs chit chat, little Cavs preview. But I can't wait to see how the season plays out. I am it's not even about being cautiously optimistic, man. I think that I think the Browns are a victim of their own failures over the past couple of years, 20 years.
Okay.
And it is trendy to say they're shitty. But I watch them, I sit back, I look at the defense. I understand we don't have wide receivers that are amazing, but I look at the rest of the team and I'm like, this is not a bad football team, man. It's just not. I've seen bad football. I've seen Deshaun Kaiser throwing Corey Coleman and I don't know. I'm probably mixing errors. Andre King and James Jackson and Travis Prentice.
Bottom line is we've seen a lot of bad football.
This is not Quinshon Judkins is the second best running back we've had since the Browns came back. The only other one is Nick Chubb. That's how fucking good our running back is.
You put him over Kareem already?
Man, Quinshon Judkins had 1 day of practice last week. Bro, he was at home chilling. After
I know that much. I know that much.
After allegedly,
we forget what Kareem was doing out there in KC. I mean, like Kareem. I know he was different by the time he got here. I don't know if I could put him over Kareem yet.
So real quick, when you get a chance, he's only played 2 weeks. Go look at the leading rushers. Partially because you want to know why? Partially because Derrick Henry had to play us. But go look at the leading rushers in the NFL.
They shut his ass down last week.
Go look at the leading rushers in the NFL. Look at the leading rushers amongst rookies. Number 1, Quinshon Judkins. In the AFC, he like number 6. Nigga only played 2 games. He's different. I think I really like Kareem Hunt. He went to Toledo. I think he's a very good Toledo running back. Yeah. I also watched Quinshon Judkins dominate every major college football team in the country last year. And now he's our running back. I was happy with the Quinshon pick.
Honestly, I really was. Okay, so I'm not saying anything
with Kareem for right now, but I think by the end of the season we'll be like, damn, who better? Who had a better rookie season, Quinshon or Nick Chubb? That's the question we're gonna be asking ourselves, man. We don't win this game without Quinshon. If we were dead in the water for 3,
oh yeah, I told you I had turned. Yeah, I had turned.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I'm just saying. All I'm saying is this team is a lot better than the people give them credit for. I think they got some holes. Obviously, our slot cornerback is terrible. Our number 1 wide receiver is not a number 1 wide receiver. And we got tackle issues.
He had 2 at best.
Yeah.
He had 2 at best.
We got tackle issues. And I'm looking at these teams, though. This is the thing, though. But real quick, okay, before I know we can wrap it up. I'm sorry. But once we got Aiden Hutchinson next week. Okay. Chip them a little bit with David Njoku. They don't really got nobody else on the other side. The Vikings don't really have pass rushers. You got TJ Watt. That's going to be a tough assignment. But as the season goes on, nigga, we just went up against Hendrickson, the Ravens, and Micah Parsons. Outside of our own, nigga, it don't get no more difficult than that. That is probably the most difficult 3-game stretch you could have if you got bad tackles. For the rest of the season, us having bad tackles, we don't got to block Michael Parsons no more. It's not registered. The nigga playing defensive end is closer to DeJuan's level now, or Cornelius Lucas's level. You're trying to block this nigga. You're trying to block Hendrickson with Cornelius Lucas. Good luck. Now, if I'm trying to block, I don't even fucking know. Whoever playing defensive end for the Vikings, Van Ginkel with DeJuan Jones. Okay, now we go. Now we can have a football game now. That's what I'm like. That's what's coming up down the line that people aren't like. Yeah, this was a very tough gauntlet. We just played Micah fucking Parsons. The only nigga better than him wears our jersey. We don't got to play him no more. So, yeah, when you don't got tackles, when you don't have a big man and you playing Jokic, yeah, he going to hit you with a triple-double. But if I'm playing the Horace Grant or something, I don't know. I'm like, if I'm playing just a normal nigga, Yusef Nurkic.
Not Horace Grant catching strays.
If I'm playing Yusef Nurkic the next night, I'm not worried about him hitting me with a triple-double. Like, now we can play a normal game. I don't got a double team in the post. Like, is the Browns' schedule is going to get not easier.
It's going to get easier.
Yeah, some
it's
of
going
these
to get lighter.
Are going to be easier. Some of these things that are flaws for us, everybody don't have a Zay Flowers in the slot. So we know our slot is a problem, yeah. But as you can tell, when you play the Packers and they don't their slot, Jaden Reed is hurt, and your slot is, I can't remember who number 13 was. He had one catch, but he's not gonna eat Miles Harden for lunch. It's not Zay Flowers no more. Like we only play them niggas a couple times a year, and it's not registering. We played Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Nigga, this has been a gauntlet. Eventually, our weaknesses are not going to be as glaring because we're not going to be playing Jamar Chase. And we're going to be able to have a game where Miles Harden might be just as good as the nigga he covered in the slot. You never know. So, like, everybody just calm down, watch the Browns develop. This is not a bad football team. It's just not. I've seen bad football. I watched a lot of
We've all here.
Some Caleb Williams.
We've all here seen a lot of bad football.
Brother, this is not a bad football team, man. It's just not.
I mean, I guess my last one, the Browns, just piggybacking off of that, is that I said in the off season, you know, when family get together, we talking Browns or whatever. I've said then, I'm like, the Browns were, last year was, I wouldn't say an anomaly, but I'm like, the team just went to the play, went 11-5, 11-6 the year before, you know, and went to the playoffs, you know, and then last year went 3-14, and I'm like, this basically is the same team. Like you can't tell me, like you can't tell me you believed in that playoff team,
you don't believe
and all of a sudden they're just and then they're just that bad. They're not that bad. But I mean, the NFL is really, really wishy-washy in that sense. But it's like you were saying earlier in the show. Maybe you're probably somewhere in between, you know. But they gotta score some points.
They gotta score
points. This is not the Baltimore Ravens Super Bowl team that you won 13-10 every single week because you knew you weren't gonna score on them. This ain't how the NFL works anymore. I know this defense is it's good, but this ain't how it works anymore. Because if they didn't get that interception today, and today was their first turnover that they got with the interception. If they didn't get that today, we talking about 0-3 right now.
And that's the thing.
You know, so
we'll see how this goes. We'll see how it goes. This is my observation though. Week 1, my strategy is keep the ball away from Joe Burrow by any means necessary. And my God, they almost pulled the shit off. They controlled the ball. When you play that game, you might score 20, 21 points. That's about it. They would have scored 19 if they won that game. Game 2, they kind of tried to have the same game plan, but you ran into a buzzsaw. You ran into the fucking Ravens, and you took that. Game 3, you played who a lot of people in the power rankings had as the number 1 team in the NFL. And it was a defensive slugfest. I think Stefanski has coached his way to try to figure out how to win with a limited quarterback and limited skill position players in the moment against limited when they're playing against elites, not limited against the Raiders. I don't think they'll be limited against the Raiders, but against the Ravens, they're limited. When you got Kyle Hamilton and the niggas on the other side, and I think he's trying to coach his way to a couple victories, and it didn't work. He got one, you know what I'm saying, out of 3. I think as the season goes on, they'll be able to open this thing up a little bit more, and it'll be a little bit different of an outcome. I think when you're going up against Hendrickson and you're going up against Michael Parsons and Rashawn Gary and you're going up against the Ravens, you got to get the ball out of your hands immediately. You cannot hold the rock. You cannot try to hit 17-yard dig routes. You cannot try to hit 20-yard comebacks. You got to get the ball the fuck out your hands.
Get
Or
it
you
out.
get sacked
Yeah.
10 times. So I think he's trying to manufacture wins with a limited roster. I think as the season goes on, this thing will open up. I think running the ball is going to take this team to another level. The fact that they have the play action makes sense because Quinshawn can gas you for 30 yards if you don't pay attention to it. It's going to bring a safety down. The people not going to be able to play that too high shell shit no more against the Browns, and they're going to get you for 150 yards. I don't. So anyway, I just think I think Stefanski and the coaching staff is coaching their ass off, and they put us in positions to win football games, and I respect it. And I think it's going to open up a little bit more season goes on.
I give you that. You are ever the ultimate Browns like positive thinker. Like the Browns is your joy. Like you are on the Browns. I mean, and we are, a lot of us in Cleveland grew up the same. We've been watching the Browns our whole life and everything. But like you will find the silver lining always with the Browns. But I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm definitely not saying that.
You're saying.
But
what? But the reason though, Brainstorm, is this: I get so annoyed with our local media because I feel like the low hanging fruit is to be like, the Browns are shitty. Let me count the ways. It's easy. It's an easy take. It's an easy show to do. It's an easy.
It's been done a million times.
Yeah, like Kevin Stefanski and Schwartz can't walk into the goddamn meeting room and say we shitty. They got to walk into the meeting room and say, how the fuck do we win on Sunday? That's how they got to do it. If not, they can't be the coach. So my approach is, how do we win on Sunday? It got to be my approach. If not, what am I watching this shit for? Because that's the easy way is to be like, oh, man, they got Amon-Ra St. Brown, and they got Hutchinson, and they got Jahmyr Gibbs, and they got Jared Goff, and we got Joe Flacco. That's easy. Okay, well, how do you counter Amon-Ra St. Brown? What do you take away? How do you chip Hutchinson so that he doesn't dominate the game? How do you win the game? That is what Kevin Stefanski and Schwartz and Bubba Ventrone and Deuce Staley, that's what they're tasked with. And I feel like in our city, that's what the fucking Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show and ESPN Cleveland, shout out to Rizzo because he does it a lot, that's what they should be tasked with. I listen to you because I'm a Browns fan. I can go turn on fucking ESPN to hear glaze about Jordan Love. Tell me, because you're telling me you're an expert and I should listen to you. So tell me how you think we can beat the Packers. You tell me. Mm-hmm. And if you don't know, then go watch the All-22 and figure that shit out. Because every coach in that building got to do that. That's what they're tasked with doing.
I mean, I get what you're saying where like local media, you would think that's their job, but their job is also is to entertain in a sense. But there are some shows I think that do it better. Because in my opinion, like if you talk about Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, I think they do it better than maybe ESPN Cleveland does, because I feel like ESPN Cleveland is more they're part of a bigger corporation or whatever. So they are towing the line a little bit more, and not saying they have to toe the line to answer to people, but I feel like they know this is how a big sports organization puts on a show. This is how we talk about things. One day we might talk about it from this angle. The other day we're going to talk about it from this angle, because that's what we're supposed to do technically or whatever. I feel like Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show is a little bit better with just being like, yo, we just going to come and talk about it, and we're gonna give you our opinions on it. But I get what you're saying too. Like if you want to tune in to hear somebody tell you how to beat it or how to get this win and those types of things,
No, I'm
I
tuning in
don't think
because
you
I'm a
get
fan
that
of
at
the
media
team.
anymore.
I'm tuning in because I'm a fan of the team. It's getting lost in
Yeah.
the minutia. Like the problem is, with all due respect, I'm not a fan of Tony Rizzo. I'm not a fan of Jason. I'm a fan of the Browns. I'm not a fan of Jason Lloyd. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of G. Bush. I'm a fan of the Browns. I am tuning in.
I think they will
Reason
understand
I'm
that.
tuning into you. The only reason I'm tuning into you. The only reason. Because if Tony Rizzo went and took over radio for the Wyoming Hurricanes in Wyoming, I wouldn't give a fuck no more. I wouldn't listen to him.
I'm
I'm
pretty
only
sure
listening.
Wyoming ain't the Hurricanes, but
I'm only listening.
I
to
know
you.
what you're saying. I'm fucking with you.
I'm
I know
only
what you're
listening to you because you're covering the Browns. It's the only reason. So don't get it twisted. I really don't give a fuck about your opinion. Like that's the thing that's starting to like.
But it's
starting
sports
to annoy me.
radio. I mean, it's all opinion though.
I know it's all opinion, but it's also analysis. It's also analysis because some people believe that we're tuning in to hear what they got to say. I don't really give a fuck if you personally like Dylan Gabriel or not. Don't care. Tell me if Dylan Gabriel has the tools to run this offense. That's all I really care about. Sometimes it's almost like the referees being a star of the game. I didn't tune in to watch you call holding, motherfucker. I tuned in to watch the game. And I don't give a fuck who the ref is. I don't care who the host is. I don't care who it is. Tell me what has to happen for my team to get a win. That's all I give a fuck about. Oh yes, I know I know they were 3-14. I know they need a quarterback. I know nobody's going to win anything until they get a quarterback. I get it. I understand. I get it. I understand. You're not going nowhere to get a quarterback. I get it. You want to rephrase it? You want to say it in a different way? Or can you talk to me? I love when Tyvis comes on there and he'll break down why somebody gave up a touchdown pass and how he would correct the defense. Like, I love it. I crave
To be honest,
it.
those are the things I actually like most too about just in general. You know, I was talking to somebody yesterday when I was out there in Warrensville and we were talking about just sports and like and you know with Amir how he's playing football, but like a lot of kids don't watch TV and they don't watch games now. And I remember hearing I know we talking about ESPN Cleveland, but I remember hearing Gerard being like he'll be looking at kids sometimes and he'll be like, y'all don't watch games, because they tell you why stuff happens when you're watching the game. Like
yeah.
even if we don't like the announcer sometimes, whatever, but the color analyst sometimes.
They'll break it down.
Yeah. When they do in a replay sometimes, then it's like, okay, well, this safety did this, or this linebacker did this, or this is why. It's the only reason why I can sit here and talk to you sometimes about some football stuff. Would you have being a person that played football? Because I've from my years of watching football with my dad, and then getting older, I'm like, oh, I can understand myself. Oh, well, this person moved and did this, so I understand that they're going to go do that now, and so again, I like the breakdown of things. I do like this is why this happened. That's why you sit there and try to watch. I told you I can't watch games with you. You rewinding stuff a million times, and we used to be sitting in the studio, and you sit there like, "Nah, man, you see the guard did this." I'm looking like, man, I don't care, man. Get back to the game. But I want to watch it. I mean, I want to watch it at me. I want to understand it as it's happening, but I want to keep it moving or whatever. But you love getting in the the minutia of it. Yeah.
I love it, man. It's just and I'm not. I understand. I'm a broadcast communications major. I understand that like what you got to do in order to create. I mean, we do a pod. You got to be salacious sometimes. It's just when you start dealing with sports and stuff like that, people are. It's almost like if the Breakfast Club was just shitting on hip hop every day and was like, I prefer country. Well, nigga, I'm watching this because I'm a fan of hip hop. Why the fuck you keep bringing on Miley Cyrus to the goddamn? I don't want to see the interview. Interview YBN Lil Nigga. Like, that's why I'm watching this shit for. I'm watching it for hip hop. I'm watching it because I'm a fan of hip hop, not because I want to hear about classical fucking music. I'll go over there to watch that. I'm not here for that. Like, we are here because I'm a Browns fan. I'm not here because like I don't. It's not. It's like it's becoming the talking head. The talking head phenomenon has turned the Tony Rizzos into what people are calling homers when they're just local radio people who fuck with their team. And no matter what, they're going to root for their team. And
Yeah, but you
just tell
should.
me how we can win, man. Because I know it's a way. It's always a path to victory. It better, if it's not a path to victory, I'm going to just hang up my cleats. I've never heard a coach come into a meeting room Monday morning, Sunday afternoon with his college, and be like, you know what, y'all might as well just stay in the dorms, nigga. Like, what are we talking about?
Now, and I know we always say, well, we got to rap, but now I will say that Grambling coach a couple weeks ago might have been close to it. But I respected him for saying how he approached the media. I mean, look, they got paid $1 billion to come into the shoe to play Ohio State, and he was just like, yo, we know what we up against.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, he didn't come out and be like, oh, we gonna go do this and we gonna go. But nah, he like, yo, we know what we up against. You know, it's so it's. But I get it. But
number 4, you still trying to figure something out to try to win. You put in reverses on the kickoff. You try to do something.
Yeah.
To try to get victory, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
no, I get it. I get it.
Only thing, man. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll go ahead and wrap this one, man. You know, we've been trying to get back into it, man. I feel like I'm gonna have to pull you the way I've been trying to pull Playboy, man. You know, I know you've been busy with a lot of stuff, man, but just trying to
you know what?
Get back into the thing of getting on a microphone, because it's like riding a bike, man. When you get on here and you start to talk, you realize how easily we've done it in the past.
Sunday at 6 just feel normal, though. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You want to know some truth? I told you I just recorded with Ulysses on Thursday, and we were someone trying to record some other stuff, and she was talking about Sundays work for me. You know why Sundays work for you?
It always
because we've been doing Sundays for almost 9 years. We've been doing Sundays. I mean, when Playboy pulled up on me a couple of weeks back, you know what day he pulled up on? He pulled up on a Sunday.
Sundays a sick work, dog. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So you want to do it? Sundays work for me.
We might have to hop into it for, you know, just to get a little bit regular with the Brown stuff, just because it's just, I do miss it. You know, we've had the conversation before. You know, I do miss it. You know, I needed the time off.
Yeah.
Hindsight being 2020, the time off was good, but the thing of just getting back and talking and I mean, even listening to the nights lately, they didn't got back into it. They're about a little bit over a month back into recording now. It's just like, man, I remember what it was like to come together on a Sunday and have these conversations and have a good time. And we talking about everything that's going on in the world. And I get messages. I'll tell you, like I told you, Lisa, the show is not out yet, obviously. But dude, Alumni Weekend, I got, because, you know, y'all don't be popping up. So I'll be like the only one out there. And it was your class reunion weekend, but I mean, but it's just like but I'm out there and people walking up, yo, what's up with the show? What's up with the show? Are y'all coming back with the show? I mean, I get those questions all the time. I mean, and I'll tell you, like I told her, people will walk up to me sometimes and I don't even remember them sometimes, but it'd be like, oh man, y'all, what y'all doing with the show? And it's like we had people that would tune in, even if we didn't know they were tuning in. They caught the show somewhere, somehow. If you wasn't tuned in on the live, you tuned in when we dropped it on that Tuesday. So I'm gonna have to pull you out a little bit, man.
I'm ready. I'm ready, dog.
You know, even if it ain't a weekly thing, but it's like just more so every so often, just to start, especially if we can get this to work for us too, because we don't always have to just pull up and just be in the same space. Yeah. Now I don't. We'll talk about once we done with it or whatever. We'll see how it works. But it's been cool, man. You know, we definitely got to do it again. Like you said, Sundays at 6. You know, we'll see if we can work it out again for next weekend. Because who we got? We hell, half the city gonna be in Detroit next weekend.
Yeah. Detroit, you know, I love it.
Yeah. Man, we was out even at the Battle of the Bands yesterday. It was some bands out there from outside of Detroit. And they was talking big shit, man. I'm just looking like, man, this is the most Detroit shit ever. Man, they just have this inflated ego about themselves. Detroit people are different, man. But you know, truth be told, we are kind of the same city.
For 8 games, y'all get the fuck up out of here. Y'all niggas been good for half a year.
Yeah, well,
fucking bums. Y'all niggas ain't
They were in the NFC Championship game last year, right? Though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've been good for half a year.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
We'll see. We're gonna back. So, all right, man. So we'll close this one out, man. We'll catch y'all when we catch y'all. Obviously, it's going to be more video stuff right now. So just keep an eye out for it. As I tell people all the time, just stay attached to the DMST IG page and the DMST YouTube page. That's where all the content is going to be landing. And then, we'll be catching on the next one. So, Dev, I'll tell you, or I'll ask you, give them all your shits where they can reach you, where they
Man,
can
it's
follow you at.
the real Big Dev 216 everywhere, man.
And what's up with I'm just saying though? You gonna get back to it?
Well, you know what? None of this is set up. I might have to record something, man. I haven't done a pod in a minute. I've been full disclosure. Tomorrow is my final court date. The cross the
Oh,
T's, dot the I's. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So
yeah.
it's all good. We did a dissolution, so it's not like it's not been contentious. We agree on everything. We just got to go tomorrow to had a judge confirm that we agree with everything, and it's like official. So, so there's been a lot going on. It's a lot. Even with that, it's a lot of paperwork and a lot of stuff you got to do. Even when you don't go to divorce route is a lot, but dissolution is a lot too. It's just not as much. So
Okay,
there's been a lot going on leading up to tomorrow. But tomorrow morning, 9:30, wrap this thing on up
okay.
and
All right. Well,
have a little bit more, you know,
a little more free
turn my
time.
attention towards other things. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm DJ Brainstorm. You can always find me on social media everywhere. DJ Brainstorm, the number for the letter U, man.
Mm-hmm.
I will catch you on the next one. Dev, don't disconnect because I'm gonna stop it and then we gotta wait till it finish uploading. So don't
All right, man.
disconnect on it.
All right.
All right, man. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.